Welcome to another podcast. Today is August 23rd. This is episode 35. And Gus is back.
I'm back. Hi.
We have a lot to cover.
Yeah, we do.
A lot. This is going to be a probably longer than normal episode, but it's going to be full of good stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And it is powered by the Matsui Japanese single malt whiskey.
We haven't, I have to think back. Have we done a Japanese whiskey on the show yet?
I don't think so because I only own a couple.
I know that we've drank them before just talking about whiskey, but I don't think we've done one on the show.
No, I don't think we have. I'm going to let you pop it while I figure out this box.
Single malt, lightly peated.
Natural color, non-chill filtered, made in Japan. Lightly peated barley creates a smoky and opulent blend, complemented by a sweet and spicy finish. Oh, that made me, I saw it.
Oh, it's
okay.
It's a twist off.
Well, we'll twist it. I got to read this to you first because
Okay.
I saw this yesterday and we got to get our cussing out in the very beginning.
Oh, okay.
We have 5 minutes to cuss and then we have to stop.
And
YouTube.
What is that for again? For YouTube?
Yeah, because the first ads, like when you click play and it shows ads, we didn't pick those ads. It was
Right.
YouTube does that. But those ads in the beginning, they're okay with cussing.
Oh, I see.
But the ads in the middle, like if they insert another ad in the middle, those people are not okay with cussing.
Interesting.
So if you're gonna cuss, you gotta do it like in the first 5 minutes. All right.
Shit, that's cool.
It said, damn, Danya. All right. It said, yeah. So the little video, the guy was like, you ever been somewhere and you can't say, why don't you fuck around and find out?
Yeah.
You know? And so he was saying that this guy that he works with said, test that assumption at your earliest convenience. I thought it was funny.
That is funny.
It had nothing to do with anything. All right. Bottle pop.
That was funny.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Oh.
Ooh, it smells peated, which means we're gonna love it.
I don't mind peated stuff. If it's just not like really heavily peated. We'll see.
Test that assumption at your earliest convenience. Oh, we got a new addition to the studio here,
Oh yeah,
and Gus's side
it has nipples.
has the teats.
See?
I don't have any teats over here, but we got a. I wanted to show we have a white tail now. So we have whiskey here and a white tail here.
Be seeing lots of that if you see a tail.
Yeah.
Or hearing lots of that.
Yep. We both, today was opening day.
Yep.
We both hunted today. And
It was mildly miserable.
you're not drinking.
Oh, sorry.
And
My bad.
oh, I got a glass.
All kinds of noise over here. Sorry. Oh, you already poured yours. I see.
Yeah. It's difficult to pour. I got too much stuff over here.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to put this away until we need it.
Okay.
But yeah, we hunted today and I was in a new spot and it was pretty fun. I guess. Saw a whole bunch of nothing.
Yeah. Me too.
Mr. Livingston told me that we had a guest stay the night or was hunted last night with his son or something, or a new member.
Yeah.
And he wrote on the board that he saw 5 deer.
Well, yeah. So the sign-in sheet says animals seen.
Yeah. Matt
Doesn't say deer specifically.
well, he said that he was like, yeah, we saw a doe and then a spike came out and then a 4-point and another doe.
Okay.
And I was like, is he lying? And he's like, no, because the kid seemed like he agreed. You know?
Okay.
I was like,
Cool.
But
I'm
he
glad
saw
for
more deer than anyone in that club has ever seen.
That's not true. It just feels that way.
Yeah, it does feel that way. It's very light. Oh, I love that peat smoke. You know, and I didn't used to.
Well, so you and I made the mistake of experimenting with peated whiskeys and diving like headfirst into like all the peat.
Yeah, don't get drunk on peat.
Yeah, and so we got a lot of the medicinal Band-Aid kind of flavor that you get from some of that stuff. It doesn't have to be that way, obviously.
No, this one's more earthy than iodine to me. I'm sure it tastes.
Much more manageable. Like compared to Lafroig, which was
Rough.
yeah, I mean, just not my gig.
This does a lot of things.
It's good.
Where'd the lid go?
Good question. Oh, it's over here. Sorry. Sorry, folks.
Yeah, this does a lot of things in my mouth.
That's what she said.
Slight heartburn. It's good. Oh, so I have while we're drinking that, I'm wearing my new Wicked North hoodie.
Wicked North.
Because he's I'll take it off saying. He hit me up this morning and I was like, good luck, buddy. I was like, dude, it's already 78 degrees outside.
Yeah, dude.
And he said, oh, it's gross. He said, it's 56 here. And I said, wow, it's already the middle of the winter. But I guess he said it gets down to like negative 25. It's cold. So that's the Wicked North. That's where the name came from, I guess. I got to take my headphones off.
Negative 25?
That's what he said. He could have been exaggerating. All right.
I doubt it.
We got a surprise.
1, 2, 3, go. We have a surprise. Oh, the reveal.
Yeah.
Look at you. Look at you. Fancy.
Got my name
got
on
your
it.
name on it?
And then my.
For me?
And then here's yours. And so everybody can see.
See the back?
It's
These are all the sponsors that are supporting our sniper team.
Yep. We got Gun Monkeys Armory, WLS, Camp Hero, One Nation Coffee, and Dom Gatto Photography in the bottom. And this is the brown shirt.
Badass. Still within the 5 minutes. Ooh. I said ass after 5 minutes.
I think we can say ass. I think it's the F word and the C word. I think those are the rules.
You can't say the C word?
I don't think so.
This is cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah. So if you purchased one, they're all sitting next to me.
As he pulls out the FedEx box.
They're all in here.
They just ship them all in a FedEx box. That's nice.
Yeah. Well, actually, they're not all in there. I already shipped the Sniper Boys, Lamar.
Tell them not to get them dirty before the competition.
Yeah. Did you see their little side-by-side on their Instagram?
No.
Lariat posted it, and he goes by Lamar. He's Lariat the whole time I've known him. But anyway, he posted it and was like, Jax and I are going to look good in these. And then Jax reposted it and said, I'm going to look way better in this than Lamar is. And then Lariat said, he reposted again. Lamar reposted it again, and he said, I think that we'll both look pretty cute.
Those guys have a whole different level of comfort with their...
They're funny.
Yeah, they are funny.
I'm actually going to take it off. Not because there's any reason. I'm just going to take it off. Ugh. All right. So let's recap on...
On what? Talk to me.
On what's been going on.
Yeah. Starting with... What? You tell me.
So you went on a trip, and your trip was good?
Yes. We went on a trip. We discussed a couple episodes ago. Gavin and I went with a group of his scouts and some other dads and moms, adults, to the Boundary Waters Canoe Area Wilderness in northern Minnesota. Now, you and I have trampled through the mountains of Colorado. You've done some military training in the Rockies. I used to live out that way. I've camped in the Rockies. You and I have both been through the Appalachian Mountains, mountains in other countries, and in Europe. This is by far some of the most beautiful and pristine country I have ever seen.
Really?
It is unbelievable.
Don't tell Ohio.
Well, yeah, no. Started slamming on the brakes and busting U-turns on 95. Head north. Man, it's unreal. It's called, and someone in a Facebook post made a good point. It's like there's a real distinction between like nature and wilderness.
Yeah.
And they do a really good job of making it both accessible to people, but also keeping it very pristine. And people themselves, you can tell unlike other state parks or parks you go to where people trash campsites and litter and don't take care of things, people that go there, you can tell, appreciate what we have. You know, as a country, this is a public land. It belongs to everybody.
Right.
And it's a really cool resource. It's a number, I don't even know the number of lakes, but it's a number of lakes, probably over 100. I don't know.
What's the area called again?
The Boundary Waters Canoe Area Wilderness. BWCA is what they call it. And the reason they call it that is because of all the lakes up there, there's only 2, I think, that I saw that are really big lakes. And those are the only 2 that you are allowed to have motorized boats in, and only in certain areas. The only way to get from lake to lake is by canoe. And in some of the larger landmass areas, there are hiking trails you can kind of bounce around through. But we got to places where you can only get to by canoe and by portaging, which is, if you don't know what that is, that's getting to basically a part of a lake where there's a path, a hiking trail that goes to the next lake. And you have to unpack all your stuff, put on packs, and carry your canoe across to the next lake. Sometimes you can see the lake on the other side. Sometimes you have to hike a half a mile or a mile. They measure that distance by what are called rods, which we determined is approximately the length of a canoe. So it was a lot of work, and it was tough, especially in the bigger lakes with the wind, but it's beautiful, man. We saw beavers and a moose. We saw tons of bald eagles, caught some smallmouth bass. The water is pristine, clear. Like, you can canoe when the water's still and there's not a lot of wind. You can look down and see 10, 15 feet sometimes down. That's how clear the water is. It's wild, man. It's absolutely beautiful. It's one of those places you go places sometimes and you're like, oh, I'll come back here one day. And you know, deep down inside, you're probably not going to. Yeah. I will go back there.
I want to go.
Yeah.
We also forgot to do the lights, I just noticed.
Oh. Well, welcome to Whiskey and Whitetails.
Full color. Well, keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, so it's a whole process to get up there. The Forestry Service, U.S. Forestry Services, they manage it. And can we get hair and makeup in here as well, please? No, okay. They do a really good job of managing it. There are limits on the number of people that you can have in a group and the number of canoes. So it limits, and you buy permits for specific routes that you take, and you have to stick to kind of that route. And what that does is that they track those permits and how many people are out in the wilderness to limit the impact on the environment.
Yeah.
The campsites, there's hundreds of them probably, Gavin, would you guess? Or my son is here, our executive intern.
We have 2 interns today.
Well, she's our executive assistant. She's had the job for a while. He's the executive assistant intern or whatever. So, Andy, feel free to boss him around and do what you got to do. But the campsites all have an established fire grate area, nice, decent places to put down tents, and then usually 100 yards, 200 yards, not 200 yards, probably about not even 100 yards, usually a few hundred feet from the campsite, they have a toilet. And the toilet is nothing more than a hole drilled in the ground with a fiberglass seat that's mounted on top of it with a lid. Nice. So
smells good.
Yeah, we have some funny stories about those. But yeah, they're kept really clean. And it was just a good time. I've only been to a few places. Where we were in Colorado was one of them, where you can achieve absolute pure silence.
Yeah.
The only thing you hear is maybe the wind, the water lapping from the wind, and nature. If you've just, and at nighttime, it was just unreal, man. The stars there at night without any light pollution, you could see the Milky Way. I must have counted in 30 minutes I was sitting there, I must have counted over 20 satellites you could see past. That's how clear it was. It's probably all Starlink. Thanks, Elon.
Yeah, I was going to say, can you see Starlink? We could see Starlink in, is it Colorado we could see it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Well, they have several, dozens of satellites up now, I think.
It was just crazy because it was dot, 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 all perfectly in line. It's how do you put something in space and leave it perfecly in line?
I don't know, man.
Smart people.
But they do, you could, several different satellites on different orbits, so you could see them crossing paths. Heard one airplane one time, the whole time we were out there. The
Did you achieve your 50 miles?
Yep, they did. I say they because it was really for the scouts. They had a goal to get that 50-mile award. Gavin actually, during the course of out there, finished up a couple of different merit badges, got the 50-mile award, which they'll get probably in September, and also completed his National Outdoor Achievement Award in camping, which requires you camp, I think, 50 nights over the course of a certain number of years, and have a couple of other merit badges that are related. And he's pretty close to finishing a couple of other national awards for outdoor related stuff. So they had a good time. It was a lot of fun. It was the last day, which paddle, Gavin, would you say, which day was the worst? The last, yeah. So we had some wind that was probably 10, 15 mile an hour.
Golf cart umbrella.
Well, so we had a sail, like you can buy canoe sails, and it's like a big round thing. You put it on the front of the canoe, and it's got a clear panel so you can see through it. But we were paddling into the wind, so it wasn't going to do us any good. And to make portaging easier, we rented these. The outfitter gave us these Kevlar canoes, super lightweight.
Nice.
Well, when you're canoeing, even with gear and two bodies in the canoe, the wind is pretty strong. And so at one point we were paddling. He was tired, I was tired, and we just kind of got off sync with how we were paddling, and we got turned sideways just enough for that wind to catch us, and it took us off towards some rocks. And I was yelling like, paddle harder. I wasn't mad at him. I was just frustrated with the whole thing. And it was like it was a whole thing, but it was a fun trip. They pushed themselves to the limit, and I think it was kind of a coming of age thing for some of them. You watch your son, hard is. Yeah, you watch your son do some really challenging things, and he didn't complain, he didn't gripe. He just handled his business and did what he had to do. And it's kind of, you finish that trip and you look at what your kid, and you're like, oh, it's not a kid anymore. It's a young man. And it was a cool trip. It was a lot of fun. So
I'm glad y'all had fun. It sounded like it'd be fun.
It was a lot of fun. The food was great. The outfitter, we ate so much fucking food.
Yeah.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like they had for each meal, they had like the main meal and then a snack, and it was a lot of food. And we forced ourselves to eat it because we didn't want to keep carrying it.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. The first night we had steak and garlic mashed potatoes.
Wow.
Yeah. After that, it was a lot of freeze dried stuff, but still very good. Didn't go hungry at all.
Nice.
Yep.
All right. I want to switch gears into Pappygate.
Okay. Let's talk about it.
I'm going to get my notes back. I actually don't need this right now. I want to wait for this because I want to have us a couple drinks before I get to something I really want to show you.
Okay.
And speaking of that, I don't think I want to drink any more of this.
What do you want over here?
I don't know. Grab that batch proof Woodford. We'll just kill that bottle. Yeah. It's a pretty cool bottle.
It reminds me of...
Not that there's anything wrong with this. I just don't want to drink a bunch of it. Can you put that over there?
It's actually good.
It is good.
I just finished that off, and I would drink it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that I don't like it. I just don't want to drink a lot of it. So, this is not a bottle kill episode, but we're going to kill this bottle. 123 proof. This was this year's, I think. I don't know that it says the year. But anyway, batch proof. And we've started to get a lot of bottles that are looking like this. So we may be...
Doing some more bottle kill episodes?
Yeah, and they may not actually be bottle kill episodes. They might just be us killing bottles. Because it starts to get oxidized if it gets that low.
Yep. We need to have like a tasting party.
Could. We have a... wine and...
Oh, that's right.
Or not a wine, a whiskey and cheese. Yeah, thanks.
Pairing?
Yeah.
Next month?
That was fun.
Is that the same place we did the last tasting?
For them, yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Yep. All right, Pappygate.
Pappygate.
Gus had never seen it, so I have watched I've listened to and watched every podcast, every YouTube channel, everything that has discussed Pappygate, and you all missed it. You missed the bar.
Shame.
You got tricked into believing what the news or the media or Netflix told you to believe. So
tell them that.
I want to go through it. I am, again, not a lawyer, and these are all my opinions.
Just my opinions, not the opinions of...
And if I forget to say alleged, you know, all of this is, for the next however long we talk about this, is all alleged or whatever.
Whatever we're supposed to say to legally
Thank you.
keep ourselves out of
We're
trouble.
going to have our lawyer here today, but he couldn't make it because it's a Sunday. And I guess most people do family stuff on Sundays.
Yep.
So, anyway, so they started out saying bourbon theft of the decade. And
as though it happens in big quantities all the time.
yeah, as though there's like a ton of these going on. So I'm sure it was. It was probably the bourbon theft of the century. I mean, I don't know, right?
It's the only one I've ever seen really reported on like this. So
yeah. However, I'm sure more alcohol has gone missing some point in life since the history of the humans.
sure.
So it starts out and all the news anchors are laughing and they're like, ha ha ha, the bourbon heist of the decade.
Yeah.
You know, and I immediately was like, if this is so serious, why are all these people laughing?
Yeah.
And it's because it's a play on words. It's not, I mean, it might legally meet the dollar amount requirements for a heist, but they keep saying things like worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. And it's easy to do, you know, when people have Pappy and they go, oh, that's a $1,600 bottle.
Right.
Well, I mean, somebody might pay that for it.
Sure.
But the distillery does not sell it for that.
No.
So when you look at what was actually stolen, the real number is $26,025.
And 25.
$26,025.
Not 25, not 26 people.
Yeah.
25.
26,025. Meaning...
And that's broken down by MSRP of each of the bottles.
That's just what it costs the distillery.
Oh, I see.
Buffalo
Okay.
Trace, not Wild Turkey.
Yeah.
That's just what it costs. We mentioned Wild Turkey because there was a lot of that was involved. But it was 195 bottles. And, I mean, heist, I don't know. It was 195 bottles. That's just the number.
Well, the other thing is that it was 195 bottles over the course of quite a bit of time.
Several years.
Like onesie twosies,
Yep.
like a duffel bag with some bottles in it, paying off a taste tester for a few bottles.
Yeah. And there was cases taken.
Somebody offloading some cases.
Yeah.
When someone says heist, I think of like one trip, all at one time.
Yep.
Wham, bam, thank you, man.
And that was one of the things you said while we only watched, I've seen both, but I had Gus watch the first episode and then we'll do the second episode and not talk about this. We'll talk about something else. But you were like, this seems like a big deal. You know, they have like the softball team. They go like, this is the you know, the guy, the bomb guy. And then this guy's
the ringer.
The
This guy's
IT guy that's going to shut down Frankfurt or wherever they're going, you know, but it's like, yeah, and it wasn't that.
No.
They didn't pull up to Buffalo Trace and heist the place.
It was literally a guy that worked in the barrel house and he'd work late and grab a couple barrels on the way out and then pay off the guard on the way. Like it was, and they even said it in the beginning, like this stuff happens all the time.
Yeah.
I think what it was is that these guys just leaned into that a little harder than usual for a couple of years and it added up.
Yeah, that's why it took so long to get caught.
Right.
But the other thing is during that time, I looked all this stuff up because I was prepared. During that time, Buffalo Trace only makes 7,000 cases of Pappy. That's it.
A year?
Yeah.
Actually, quite a bit.
It is.
How many bottles are in a case? 12?
In the Pappy, 12. But, so if you were to steal all 7,000, that would be a heist.
Yeah, that's a heist to me.
But,
even half.
Yeah.
That's a heist.
But that number it sounds big, but that's relatively small if you consider how much that really is. So for them to not notice that things were being taken, that should be another clue to you that it just wasn't that much. So there were 10 people indicted. Toby got 15 years and he served 30 days.
30 days?
Yeah. Which is the minimum sentence you can serve before being put on shock probation. So he got out for after 30 days, and the judge was like, I cannot in good conscience keep this guy here for this.
Yeah.
You know, so they let him out. But he's still on probation. He'll be on probation for like a long time, you know. But again, what are the terms of his probation?
Can you still drink bourbon?
I'm sure that he can.
Yeah,
he can't take steroids anymore.
It's fine.
But they probably test him for that.
Pass a piss test, but oh well.
So he was charged. I wrote down every charge he got. So he got 2 charges of receiving stolen property, which was dropped from a Class C felony, which is 5 to 10 years, to a Class D felony, which is 1 to 5 years. Huh. And then he was enhanced trafficking and controlled substances. I said that backward. Class D felony down to a Class C. Enhanced trafficking and controlled substances went from a Class C to a Class A, which is 1 to 5 years. Or less than a year, low 1 year or less. So he got 2 counts of 1 to 5 years, 1 for less than a year. And the third one was engaging in organized crime, which serves a 10 to 20 year sentence, but it was dropped down to a Class D, which is 1 to 5 years.
They count that as organized crime?
Yeah, because there were so many of them.
All right.
And they don't know who was stealing. They still don't. I'm sure somebody does, but they still don't know who was stealing them. Toby never admitted to stealing. He admitted to helping sell it, move product. Remember in the beginning, he was like, "I've always been that guy. I can get what you need."
So when you in the first episode, all the dramatization is making some assumptions. It's
but it wasn't him. So when Toby did his thing, he did a plea agreement and he ratted on the guy that was actually stealing.
Okay, and
that guy still hasn't gone to court for it. So it's like all of this is like none of it makes sense really. Back to the first page. So I wrote this down. This is charges of operating a criminal syndicate that trafficked in bourbon and anabolic steroids. That was the actual. So there's the key there.
So they looped in the other stuff that he was doing, the steroids and firearms too, right?
So the firearms were all legally owned. They were just his.
Okay.
Well, but that's Netflix. And they found guns. It's like if you came to my house, you'd find guns too. But maybe.
A cache.
A cache of guns. I have a closet full of guns. It wasn't like I don't. Or do I? The lawyer said it is not known to this day who stole those bottles. So the actual charges were theft and distribution of 28 bottles of Pappy, 20 cases of Pappy, which they were not able to prove that 20 cases were stolen, but that's $12 per, which gets us over the 195, which was earlier stated. And then 20 cases of Eagle Rare, which is 6 bottles per. They had 5 barrels of Wild Turkey, which was 101, and Russell's Reserve. That's $3,000 each, cost of distillery. So that's $15,000 in Wild Turkey.
Wow.
But so you take that 26,000 number, that 15,000 number, the total is like $42,000. Which is a felony every time he did it, but this is not a heist.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's a very cleverly hyped and done documentary, and
it's a great story.
It's a good story. And here's the thing that I find interesting is that not one time in any of that first hour, and I'm going to assume it doesn't happen in the second hour either, do any representatives from either one of the distilleries have anything to say? No. If they had a major heist happen and then they solved the case, and I mean a major heist, like they showed up one day and all kinds of security had been breached, and half the cases of Pappy had been gone, and however many barrels were all gone at one time.
Yep.
And then they worked together with law enforcement to solve it. I would think that they would be proud to say, hey, we goofed up and here's what happened, but we worked hard and we solved it and these people helped out. But they don't have anything to say because I think to them, it's kind of petty.
I think they don't care. I think that's they're like, $26,000.
$26,000, whatever the total is.
How much money does Buffalo Trace make?
A day.
Executive assistant. How much money does Buffalo Trace make a year? Get that for us. Thank you.
Thanks, Jamie.
But yeah, so it's either that they don't care because it's a minuscule amount. They called him and they're like, "What do you want me to donate? You want me to give you Freddie to come talk to you about the Pappy heist? Like, you know how much money I pay? I pay him more. This is probably 6 months of shooting. Right. I'm not gonna pay him to go do this for 6 months. No. No. But the other thing is, if I was in charge of Buffalo Trace, why would I?
Yeah, it's free.
It's free.
We're going to talk about Buffalo Trace and Wild Turkey too for 2 episodes.
You guys want some shirts? I'll give you some Buffalo Trace shirts. You know,
Yeah.
Can we shoot at the distillery? Nope.
Yeah, here's some empty barrels with our logo on it you can use.
Yeah,
But other than that, we're good.
they're around back. They're weathered and nasty. I mean, because the whole thing was shot. All those barrels in the background are wine casks.
Yeah, especially the one in the especially the one when the cops doing the interview.
What's all the way through it? Even in the beginning, when they show like the rick houses and everything, there was one
didn't notice all
spot
of
that
them,
had
but-
whiskey barrels, and it was I don't know what this thing's doing in my head. It was they were stacked on pallets inside of a warehouse.
Yeah.
Those were whiskey barrels, but the rest, like the wine casks, they were all pretty, and the metal was like stainless steel, not rusted. I mean, you see what a whiskey barrel looks like.
Well, it's not to say that they weren't in a distillery somewhere. There are plenty of distillers that do finish whiskeys in wine casks.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Netflix trying to do some things on a budget. I'm sure they just picked whatever place had barrels they could get into.
That's what I think. I think they needed to hire someone like me to come in there and be like, "Hey, this looks stupid." I'm just kidding. I wouldn't. What am I going to offer them? But I also wanted to note his wife. She also was in a plea agreement, allegedly, over charged with steroid use as well, trafficking of steroids.
Yeah.
So
Because they met in the gym.
Yep, makes sense.
I think she's kind of
We're past 5 minutes.
okay. I think she's kind of a C word for making him. If she hadn't make him quit playing softball, none of this would have happened.
Yeah,
This is all her fault.
You're right. That's exactly right. Because
This led to his boredom and
exactly
his loss of camaraderie, and it led him down.
Did you
the
get
path.
that number?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Just throw it out there. If you believe everything you hear on this podcast, you're an idiot.
47 million.
$47 million a year. Yeah, they don't give a shit about 25 grand. 47 million?
They probably pay 25 grand in water bills.
Yeah, probably.
If not more.
20. Yeah, they don't. That's why it took them so long to find it. They were like, they probably even brought it. I bet you the head guy at Buffalo Trace, when they told him, he was like, I don't care. Did you fire him?
That's probably their what do you call it? Your cash that you have just
The
for
petty cash?
Petty
Yeah.
cash,
Yeah,
yes.
that's what's in their
petty
registers at the gift shop. Yeah, they don't give a shit about that. That's why they weren't in there. That's probably the reason. Had nothing to do with free advertising. They're just like, no.
I got things to do. What do you?
One of the shows I listened to, they guessed that they weren't in there because that Buffalo Trace was embarrassed. It's like, no, I don't think that's it either. I don't think they're embarrassed. I just don't think they cared. I keep saying the S word. That's okay. Whatever, who cares? Paid. Oh, so the guard.
Oh yeah.
It shows him greasing the guard, the female guard outside. So I don't think it was a female. I think it was a dude from what I read. But it was $100 and $300 paid twice.
Total of 400.
Total of $400.
To not talk,
Yeah.
bro. That was your weakest link right there.
I know. That's who ratted.
You had.
Cops came in. They were like, "Listen, we know you were here that night. We know you had to have seen it. So
I think we should get these boys around for a game of softball and teach them some things.
yeah, I know. I'm way better at stealing than they are, and I don't even steal anything.
Yeah, we could do a better job. Not that we would, folks. We'd have
to get a job at a distillery first.
Yeah.
Which distillery would you get a job at to steal from? Can't be Buffalo Trace because they're probably pretty locked down now because of the heist.
To steal from?
Yeah. I think I'd go to High West.
Crowded Barrel.
Okay. That's fine.
No, I like those guys. They're funny.
I'd go to High West so I could steal like Midwinter Nightstream and Yippee-Ki-Yays that they don't make anymore. All the stuff in the gift shop or in the cases like he did.
Yeah.
What about all the display bottles? Those,
yeah. That'd be smart.
So the last thing I wrote on this was they had, I have two things. So before I do that, let's go ahead and do this. So the other thing, $10,000 reward.
Oh yeah, that's funny. When he said in
For
that
a
video,
heist.
when he said in that video, $10,000 should motivate anybody to give some information. I was like, $10,000 to be a rat in a small town?
Yeah, you'll never.
That's not going to cover my moving expenses after this goes down.
Exactly, it'll ruin your life.
Because there's no way I can stay in this town.
No, everybody will know. Nobody will want you around.
Nothing to do with you.
So here's the other thing. Allegedly, Mike Wells said his name. He was a Frankfurt cop. He was a DARE officer.
Yeah.
So the DARE, drugs against relationship ending, or whatever DARE stands for. Don't do drugs. He was also allegedly charged with using steroids from this guy.
Nice.
So that was in the like, because I was reading like the court documents, and he was in it, because I
Small
saw
town.
dare officer, and I was like, what does a dare officer have to do with steroids? And then I was like, was he selling to kids?
I don't think that program even exists anymore.
Probably because of this.
I'm sure it's a number of things, but yeah,
Yeah.
probably. It certainly didn't help.
Did you have anything else on the heist, Pappygate?
No.
Also, the other thing too is like they called it Pappygate, but it was $195.
Yeah, I mean,
They stole more Eagle Rare than they did Pappy. So why wasn't it Eagle Rare Gate?
yeah, I don't know. I think Pappy obviously has a
Yeah.
a higher dollar figure associated. It is funny that none of the doctors or lawyers they talked about were charged in
Yeah.
possession of or purchasing stolen.
Or the
stuff.
guy that was like, yeah, he said it right there in it. He was like, I bought a barrel.
Bought a barrel. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if about legal stuff. It'd be cool if we had our lawyer here. But Sundays,
Because if you bought it not know, like there's no way you could buy a barrel of wild turkey and not know that it was stolen.
Yeah, and you know what else bugged me about that documentary? Showing them like open up a barrel and pop the bung and just party.
We're gonna
like,
do that one day.
Holding their solo cups underneath as it just poured out.
Yeah.
Like,
We're going to recreate that one day.
okay,
It's
it really
gonna be
bothered me.
expensive. Oh, we're going to do it.
okay.
We're going to do it we get some property together one day. We're going to do it there.
Bless the grounds with some whiskey.
We're going to go steal a barrel from some distillery.
Firefly.
Firefly. Yeah. I know
Just
where the
kidding.
Rick House is.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, we wouldn't do that. I wonder if you can
somebody-
get in trouble
I'd have
for
somebody else do
conspiracy
it.
laws.
Like,
It's a conspiracy to steal a
I
barrel.
don't know. I don't know. Can you get in trouble for planning
Yeah,
a heist?
you can. You can get in a lot of trouble for it. Not that I know personally or anything. We were all young once and did stupid things.
Yeah, you hear stories and people talk.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was. I heard someone say it. I thought that I would have hair all over me, but this stuff seems to be pretty well.
It's not bad. Just the nipples that get to me, folks.
Yeah.
It's the deer teats.
You got all the nipples. I didn't get any nipples.
yeah.
I can tell that somebody hung this deer before they skinned it at Cordray's because
Stretched.
because they don't do that at Cordray's. Anyway,
Well, what's
okay.
next?
So now I would like to shift into another gear into something special I've prepared for you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, before we do that, I got to play this. Moonshine Mike.
Oh, Moonshine Mike. Yeah, he was on this documentary, this heist
Yeah.
documentary. We were trying to figure out who this guy is, and it turns out he's from.
No, he's not. So I looked
he's
it up,
not.
and there's a guy named Mike in that show, Moonshiners.
Oh, okay. Not him.
Not him.
Okay.
So this guy, I found his name is Moonshine Mike, and he lives in Estill County. His last name is all right. So I'm just gonna play this. Can you turn that? Get some volume on there.
Yep. Go ahead.
Here, and they had just won the NCAA.
Right here.
So
Hold on.
yeah, it was fun because
This is a news thing.
as far as the eye could see, and I thought I need to stay at this place. I like this place.
And something else people don't know about you that local people know is you are a musician, you're a chainsaw carver, you paint, you crochet, right? You knit,
Yep.
you make moonshine. You have amazing abilities and talents. You make furniture. There's really not much you can't do.
So that's who Moonshine Mike is.
Okay.
I just because when we were watching, we were like, who the hell is Moonshine Mike?
I want to get Moonshine Mike on the podcast.
Yeah, and that was one thing because we were like, we should get him on the podcast. So I was looking him up, and then I was like, oh, it's the guy from Moonshiners. And we're like, I'm not gonna be able to get him,
But it's not.
It's not. So I think we could get Moonshine Mike on here.
We should do it.
All right.
Okay.
I made this. And I'm so excited to show it to you. This is a new YouTube segment.
I was a little peanut butter and jealous that you showed someone else before me.
Who'd you know? Who did I show?
You told me you showed Dom.
Oh, I did show Dom. I had to get some feedback.
Some
So what I'm going to do is screen and screen here so they can see it as well.
Okay.
But I'm super excited for this.
And what is this going to be? Like a one-time thing, a series?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I don't know how many times I'm going to do it,
Okay.
but I'm going to do it more than once.
All right.
All right. I got to full screen it, hit play, the whole nine.
Okay.
Whiskey and Whitetails, your go-to spot for content and products inspired by the experience, presents the Bourbon Hunter.
Oh, God.
I always say, guys, we hunt bourbon for different reasons. There's more than just the bottle kill. First of all, I'm proud to be an American and live in a country that has whiskey like this. It's about the experience. It's about freedom. It's about passion. My name's Matt Green, and I am the Bourbon Hunter. All right, we're at another new spot. This liquor store just opened 5 minutes on the first one in the parking lot, so should be good.
Oh, Lumberton. You stopped in Lumberton?
Yeah. Sometimes guys just don't get it on the first try. You can't get bourbon from the truck. You just have to get out and go get it. But sometimes I'll cheat and I'll just drive around and see if I can call one. There it is. There it is. Go, go.
Oh, shit.
We did it, guys. We got it. First score of the day. Not a bourbon, but baby sass. Persistence. It's the hunt. It pays off. All right.
You're so serious.
It's a long day of hunting to go. We're in a pretty busy spot.
The whisper.
So I'm gonna teach you how to rattle the bottles. Basically take 2 good bottles, contrasting colors, slightly. Oh, it worked.
I'm crying. Holy shit.
Yes. Yes. This is why we do it. This is why you gotta go the extra mile. Those of you are like, how does he find this stuff? How does my buddy find this stuff? It's because we're willing to do the things you're not willing to do. This is kind of, this is a great score here. This is our first whiskey grand slam. All right, we got it done today. First on the list. Ancient age, 10-star. If you don't know what it is, figure it out. You can't even get that in South Carolina. You gotta go to North Carolina, Virginia to get it. One of my favorites of all time. Baker 7.
Is that when you sent me that picture?
Yeah. New Baker's is not that great. They changed the mash bill. In my opinion. And the opinion of many others. But check this out. This right here, I didn't think I'd ever be able to find because they were limited release, only so many made during a certain time of the year, and we're now 2 months past, or a month and a half past that time. You ready for this? That red, white, and blue smoke wagon. Straight from the hot deserts of Vegas. This is gonna be a good one. All right.
Oh, man.
I think we've done enough for this episode. You got to get out there. You got to go places other people aren't going. You got to listen to podcasts. Like the Whiskey and Whitetails podcast sponsors this show. Check them out. It's great to listen to while you're driving from store to store. Folks, it takes time. It takes passion. Not for everybody. Well, that's it. I'm signing off. We'll see you next time.
Man, that was great. How long have you been working on that? How hard has it been not to show me?
It's been so hard. I've watched it 20 times.
Still, we're gonna have to show Gavin when we're done with this because he doesn't have headphones, so he couldn't see or hear anything. Holy cow, man, that is hilarious. What made you think to do that?
Oh man, so this is the true story of the Bourbon Hunter. Do you like the intro? You couldn't even really. I mean, you can kind of tell it's me, but
yeah, but it's fine.
But okay, so I used hashtag Bourbon Hunter one day. That was it. I just had this thought of me like whispering into a camera. Oh, like that was all improv. I didn't script any of that. I just turned the camera on and started talking. But I just had this envision of me bourbon hunting.
You know what'd be funny?
But that whole drive when I drove to Virginia, the whole drive up there, I stopped at stores and I got a bunch of footage that I didn't, because I can make other episodes.
Yeah.
But it's yeah. And then so I got the inspiration from, if you just go YouTube like hunting show.
Yeah.
Like one of the first things that comes up was the cheat, because I was trying to find the opener. You know how the openers are always like lightning bolts and like a bunch of green and red, I was trying to find something like that to mimic. And the first one, the guy just went on a rant about being an American and hunting. And I was like, that's how I'm going to do it.
Well, it was great. And I hope there's more to come.
Yeah. Okay. I will.
I was just thinking of like how I could help. And I pictured, so we have some friends, people that we've got to know that have whiskey bars and that own liquor stores that we've built. So you know how in a hunting show, the guy will be whispering to the camera, right? And then another camera will cut to the camera guy who's sitting there with headphones on. Cut to me like
we should
filming
do that.
you in an ABC store or a liquor store.
I think that I know for sure one liquor store will let us do it. I think a second one will, but the one I want to do it in is that clip where, because I've been using the GoPro to walk through, like just so you can't tell I'm filming.
Sure.
But I want to do it in there.
Okay. Is it in Charleston?
Yeah.
Is it a big one?
No. It's the one in West. It's the one.
Okay.
The guy that we're gonna probably do a pick with.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome. Dude, I haven't laughed that hard in a long time. That was great.
I laughed the whole time I was making it, and I was like, "What?" It's like I feel stupid because like you're laughing at your own joke.
No,
but I was like, if I'm laughing, I think Gus is gonna love this.
Yeah, the second you started whispering, I think is when I lost it, dude. Oh, Jesus!
You're like, I got my bottle call right here.
I think the rattling for bottles was tink, 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 tink.
Because I was like, I should just do it a couple times, but every time you watch a hunting show, they'd go to town with those antlers, like, and it's like, all right, we get it. You know how to rattle.
Yeah. Which isn't always, it really isn't always the move. In fact, shameless plug, I have a whitetail series that I'm going to do for each phase of the year, where I'm going to talk about tactics for the opening, the middle, and the end of the year, late season. And rattling is one of them. And a long rant about, how that's supposed to work.
Yeah.
I won't get into it now, but
don't keep it over there. We're good.
All right.
But yeah.
That was worth the wait.
Yeah. I watched it. How many times did I watch it yesterday?
Shaking her head.
A lot.
She was laughing though. So after that many times, she's still laughing, and you're still laughing at your own.
Yeah.
I think
laughing at my own jokes.
Yeah, I think it's good. It's worth.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do it again. What's the thermostat say on that thing?
76.
76.
HAS. Hot as shit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, YouTube.
No, I don't think I care anymore.
Okay.
We're just trying not to say the F word.
So what else we got going on? We haven't. It's been like 2 weeks since we've caught up on anything. We've had 2 bottle kill episodes. We have another one coming out. Well,
it's already out now.
Yeah, it's already out. Last week's would have been a bottle kill episode as well. So,
and last week we did. That actually works. That I was wearing the shirt because it was with Ortiz.
That's right. Yep.
For Snipers Unknown. So you learned all about the. We didn't because we didn't even go into it. I just showed the shirt.
Yeah. So
you should know everything about it now. Probably more than I know because I forgot. It's the one
talked
thing about podcasts. I can't.
Jump
once
from
it's
episode
over,
to episode. Yeah, it's like a brain dump. You just sort of like taking a test when you were in high school or college, and you get done with it, and your brain's just like, I don't need that anymore.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear it again and know what we signed up for. I think I remember most of it, but yeah. But other than that, we worked. We had a good night at the market the first Friday or Saturday you were gone.
Yeah,
we sold out on all of our barrels.
Yeah, it was good. So we got another barrel run coming up for those of you that are local.
Yeah,
interested.
We're going Friday to get more. Mm-hmm. Which means by the time this episode comes out, we have more. So
So now we have more
now we
barrels.
have more barrels. But yeah, that and not a lot going on. They brought mask mandates back to the market.
It's not funny.
It's hot, you know. It's hot.
Yeah.
It's real hot. It's August in South Carolina. It's hot. South Carolina. I did a couple episodes with Colton.
Yeah.
The one's out. Another one comes out Wednesday.
Cool.
Which by this time, it's
What were
all out.
you guys did the new riff, and then what's the other one?
So the other one we did, I titled it "Bottles We Like" or "Bottles We Drank" or something like that. But it's basically he misunderstood, which is fine. But I told him, "Good girl." I told him, to bring the bottle that he likes the most right now, and to bring the bottle that he drinks the most of, like just what you drink. Okay. But he brought the bottle that he likes the most that he drinks, which was JTS Brown.
Okay.
Which is pretty good. I'd never had it before.
I haven't had that either.
It's on the YouTubes if you want to go watch.
Cool.
If you haven't already seen it. And not you, the people.
Yeah.
It's not out yet. Comes out Wednesday. Well, it's already out. You know what I mean? And then I did
if you would just hit the notification bell, you would know this already.
Yeah. Click like, subscribe.
Yeah.
I think I did Ancient Age because that's like, I'm going to kick it with it right now.
Right now. Is that what you're drinking just a lot of or what you really like?
That's what I really like. $16.95 a bottle. And then what I drank a lot of was Very Old Barton, which is the same price for a half gallon. Mm-hmm. But it's good stuff. I drink, you know, she likes it as well. It's just a good, easy drinking bourbon.
Gavin, you like it?
You ever had that?
Trick question. You're 15. You shouldn't be answering that question.
But he wasn't listening anyway.
It's good. He's probably playing a game. What are you playing?
Smash Hoover.
What?
Smash Hoover.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
Smash Hoover?
Smash Erode.
Smash Erode?
And try to escape FBI cops.
Oh, great.
Cool.
So we just had an episode about a heist, and now my son's learning how to...
Yeah, you're raising a psychopath. He's going to run from the cops now.
Well, at least we know some people we can hook him up for a job.
Yeah.
Maybe. I do, back home.
Yeah. I don't know that you really...
Back in Houston.
How long is it going to take him to get out of prison?
But the people I know, he probably won't serve more than 30 days.
Yeah. I need that guy's lawyer. Not really. He didn't do anything. You know? That was a circle back. That's what they call a boomerang.
Oh, is that what they call a boomerang?
Yeah. When it comes back, you know?
You bring it back around, like in comedy, stand-up?
Yeah.
You make a joke, and like 30 minutes later, you tie it in and punchline with it.
Yeah, those are my favorite. That's my favorite type of comedy.
Yeah. Burt Kreischer's really good at that.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty excited for his new movie.
Yeah, I hope it's good. Like that joke has been so hyped up and overdone for so long. I hope that it doesn't fall flat.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you know if he's in the movie or if he just directed
He's in it.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah. Do you know who plays his dad?
His dad?
Mark Hamill.
Really?
Yeah. Luke Skywalker.
Shit. Yeah. That's
and
funny.
Apparently they don't get along.
Like in real life?
Yeah.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah. I can too because Mark Hamill seems like a very serious
Well, he takes his like he's really I don't know if you know much about Mark Hamill. So
I know he is in Star Wars.
He does the Star Wars stuff, but he's also the animated Batman series. He's also the voice of the Joker. That's what he's very well known for. He does a lot of voice work for the Joker in the Batman series. So he goes to a lot of Comic Cons and stuff, both for Star Wars and for the Batman and Joker stuff.
Well, I could just see Bert doing stupid Star Wars jokes and him being like,
especially for someone who's been living Star Wars stuff for 50,
I think
60
there's
years.
one of the things he said he was doing it into a fan. He was like, Luke, into a fan, like in Tommy Boy. Yeah. Idiot.
I made a Tommy Boy joke on on this past trip, and none of the adults got it. I was really bummed.
It's really sad.
Yeah.
When people don't get Tommy Boy or Big Lebowski jokes, references.
Somebody was reciting a phone number, and I said, did I hear a niner in there?
Yeah.
Are you calling from a walkie-talkie?
And they were like,
they're like, what?
No.
I was like, oh, damn, whatever.
That sucks. If you don't like Tommy Boy or Big Lebowski, I judge you as a person.
So I've seen Tommy Boy way more than I've seen Big Lebowski, so I don't always get those references. Because you guys quote that movie a lot.
I do. It's one of my favorite movies. But I've also asked you to commit to a White Russian party where we drink White Russians and watch.
Yeah.
So you haven't watched it because you've been waiting on me to.
Well, I have seen it. I mean, I've seen it multiple times. Just
Maybe
not
we'll
as
do
many
that
times.
Snipers Unknown.
That'd be fun.
We'll get wrecked on White Russians.
And then go listen to large caliber firearms all the next day. Sounds fun.
If you live in the Charleston area and you are interested, or if you're one of our sponsors, let's do that. If you're one of our sponsors, or you live in the Charleston area, and you want to come to a firearm instruction weapons course taught by a Green Beret in a Navy SEAL, we're gonna have that available for free. I don't know how many people can come, but if you will be here whenever Snipers Unknown is that Thursday, we're probably gonna do it that Thursday.
Okay.
So it'll be a full course.
What are the dates for Snipers Unknown? For those folks that don't know.
It's it's gone forever. Did you hear it sound like it fell down a well?
Yeah, we got to get these. We got to get these things.
It is October.
23rd.
I think that's right. It's October 22nd, 23rd, 24th. So probably the 21st, October 21st.
Okay. Just making sure I got the dates. I got to put that on the calendar, the family calendar, so we can coordinate stuff and things. Yeah, that'll be fun. That'd be cool to hang out with them. Are we going to do that at the club or go somewhere else? Yeah.
I figure we do it at the club or like I'll go to because the range, I don't want to.
I wouldn't want to go to a range either.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who else we know that has property that might let us come shoot. I got a couple people that might let us do that.
Ty might.
And that's kind of on the way, maybe.
Yeah, it is. Well, it's in Barnwell, which is
I also
towards
have
Augusta.
someone that lives out on Wadmalaw with a pretty good chunk of land.
That would be tight.
And also a buddy that a guy I used to work for who owns some property that he hunts with that is out towards Hollywood, I think. I'd have to ask him. But he's got a chunk of land that he purchased and he hunts at. He's a veteran as well.
I also wonder if they would just let us do it there
Where?
at GTI.
Just show up early and do it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. Just ask.
Probably not.
Or tease might.
They're probably you got to charge.
Oh, yeah. I forget. It's kind of a it's a facility of business. Yeah.
It's the Government Training Institute, which you've never.
Sorry, our sponsorship does not include that.
Yeah.
Paying for that.
No.
Maybe next year, folks.
Paid for a lot, but we're not paying for that. We're not paying for anything anymore. We're actually going to stop doing a lot of stuff. We've been turning down. Never mind. I'm not going to. So we're going to transition again, shift into third gear here, or fourth or 12th, whatever gear we're in. So I'm going to bring the wife on.
Yeah, I got to finish this. Sorry.
Well, it's fun. I'm going to bring the wife on. This is not something that we ever thought we were going to do. We weren't sure when we were going to do it. But
no, when you texted me we were going to do this, I took a minute to respond because I wasn't sure how to take it. It caught me by surprise because this is
it was too much to
honestly
explain.
It was not something that I ever thought I'd be around for.
Yeah, I didn't
just
think
because
either.
It's
I figured she'd drink it the day I died. I figured she'd pop it. So this bottle was her grandpa's, which passed 2010, 11, more than 10 years ago. But he had a bar, and I'm gonna let her tell kind of the thing. It's her story to tell. But we had gotten a bottle of wild turkey, a dusty, if you will, that's super old.
We didn't set the microphone up.
Yeah, we're gonna do that in a second. I think it's from the 90s. I'll look at it. It has a laser code on it. You can look up the laser code on this website, and I'll tell you what year it is. But it is a dusty. It is pre-fire, pre-Heaven Hill fire. And the reason that's important is because after the fire, all the distilleries kind of came together and started making everybody's stuff to try to
help out.
So pre-fire that means it was for sure made, you know, just their stuff made at their place.
Right.
Whatever. But so we were never going to open it. However, it has sat, I don't know where, forever until this year we pulled it out. And I looked at it, and it was not stored properly. So it's been evaporating. It's been coming out. So the cork is leaking. not leaking to where, you turn it upside down, but the liquid is coming out of it. And the thing about Dusties, if you don't know, once it gets below the neck, they're trash. So if you ever go to buy Dusties, if it's below the neck, you're not going to drink it. You're going to be upset if you drink it.
Can you explain a little bit why with that?
It's all the alcohol kind of comes out of it and it oxidizes, it changes flavor, and the best way to explain it would be stale. It kind of goes stale.
Similar to how beer gets skunky. It doesn't.
That's exactly. It gets funk.
The alcohol's still there.
Yeah.
But the flavor, the freshness is gone.
Yeah. It gets funky. It tastes bad. So just looking at it yesterday, and it's getting close to that line. So it may already be bad. I don't know. We're gonna find out right now. But we're gonna pause for a second, and we're gonna set everything up, and we'll be right back.
All right.
The red means record. Okay. So we're back. And I was wrong. This was not a 90. I looked up the laser code, and I don't know how I did it wrong the time before, but this bottle is a 1984, 86.8 proof Wild Turkey, which means it is older than everyone at this table.
Correct.
Not by a lot, but it is. So it's also in a box, which from just the research that I've done on these, they're not normally in a box. But what's cool is the inside. You can see where I'm guessing that's just from the whiskey evaporating out of it, but it's kind of turned it the color of whiskey. It's kind of like a brown color. I don't know if that's true or not. Might just be from stuff getting in it. But here it is. And once we open it, we'll take some videos of it, and you're looking at closer video right now because we shot it later after it was open. But yes, so that's the box. So
is that recording?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. They're both recording because I'm smart. But yeah, so 86. So they got rid of the 7-year age statement. Somewhere between 76 and 83. Which is I know that's a long gap, but from what I was reading, there's some 83s that have the age statement, but this is an 84, so it does not.
Okay.
But yeah, this is the 86.8 Austin Nichols. This is what they call the Brown Label Wild Turkey. So it was Andy's grandpa that owned this. So maybe talk about his bar or whatever you want people to know about him. His name.
His name is Jim Goad, and he really enjoyed drinking whiskey, which unfortunately we weren't really into at the time, but he also had a really nice bar set up in his house. Probably, I think it had 6 bar stools.
Nice.
But every either Monday or Wednesday, they would have poker games. So him and his friends would come over, and they'd sit around and drink whiskey. One of them drank gin and tonic, but all of the other ones drank whiskey. So they'd play poker and just hang out and drink whiskey together.
And when he passed, dude, we got this bottle, and then Andy's brother got
old granddad.
Yeah, the old granddad, the swing decanter, also very rare.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that was
That's
the
cool.
only other bottle that was unopened.
No, that one was open.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. If it was not open, I would have already bought it from him. but yeah. So as you can see here, the neck, once it gets below kind of here, it's kind of where it's at. It's they just go bad. They get funky. They should be up here, So we're about probably half an inch gone out of this bottle that maybe Jim took with him, But yeah, so we're gonna pop it. We're gonna let you open it.
I'd rather you do it. I'm worried that I'm going to get the thing stuck trying to get it out.
Oh yeah, because that's
it's
very true. Do you have a pocket knife? Yeah,
I do have a pocket knife
these corks
if it
are
gets stuck.
known.
To get stuck.
Yeah, to break off, and then we got to fish it out. I just wanted to cut the label just so it's nice. Because, yeah, this has the tax stamp on it still, which is pretty cool. Bureau of ATF. But, yeah.
I didn't think to bring a wine opener in case it...
No, I can get it out.
There it
Yeah,
goes.
Yep.
that's what I was worried I was going to do.
They are known for doing it.
No.
Man, this thing is crusty. So there's the top. Came right off, which means this is going to have to go in a mason jar or something. Yeah.
Delicate surgical procedure.
It the cork is actually. So yeah, this thing is definitely corroded. Yeah, the cork is completely coming apart. So there might be some. Oh, hey, thanks. So there's going to be some cork
in there?
In there.
That's unfortunate. We'll figure it out. Oh, there it goes.
Yep. So there's going to be a lot of cork in there. We will press on.
I don't think there's any. Well, there's some creative ways to get that out, but at the risk of breaking the bottle.
No, I'm just going to, when we get home, I'll just run it through a strainer.
Yeah.
We're just going to have to deal with it for now. But yeah, that's a problem with Dusty's. They all do that. I didn't expect this one to be that fragile, but yeah, subpar cork products.
30, almost 37 or 36 years old.
Yeah.
This may be the oldest bourbon I've ever tasted.
It's definitely the oldest bourbon I have ever tasted. So we'll pour it. Do you want rocks or Glencairn?
Rocks is fine. Well, whatever.
Yeah, there's a couple of little pieces of cork in there.
It's good for you, I'm sure.
Yeah. Rocks or Glencairn.
I'll take a low bar rocks glass, please. Hold the cork.
Yeah, there's a lot of cork in that.
It's okay.
It's fine.
It's cork is actually tree bark.
Oh yeah.
So it's really not that big of a deal. It's plant. It'll dissolve. I'm an adult. Is that what it says? The comedian.
Yeah.
And we're out of rocks glasses, so don't knock this over.
Yeah, because there's no.
Put that right there.
You have any corks on the empties back there that would fit?
Yeah, I'm sure I do. I'll do that in a minute. But give it a smell. I like that. That was fun. Smells like whiskey.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that it has already turned. Because I'm smelling a bit of funk in it. But
Yeah, it doesn't smell super great.
well, you say the toast.
I don't know what to say.
Just to Jim, maybe?
Okay.
Say it.
To Jim.
To jam.
To Jim.
Oh my God, I'm so
Cheers.
nervous.
Yeah, you're shaking like
I am
crazy.
so nervous. I don't know why.
I don't either. The whole time you were talking, your lips were like...
I don't know why I'm so nervous.
It's okay. It's still good.
It doesn't smell bad, honestly.
It had a little funk to it, but it tastes perfectly fine. That is tasty juice right there.
Wow.
It tastes higher than 86 to me.
That's really good. It doesn't taste higher to me, but I've also been drinking 123 proof.
Yeah, we just both just had a glass of 100. What was it? 132.
123.6.
Yeah. So.
I expected it to be kind of gross. It's
I,
really good though.
I've been told that this and I can't remember, but I've been told that this is some of the best juice on the planet, like that you can get is out of these old brown labels.
It's certainly good.
Yeah, I will definitely drink it. So we'll bring this home.
So by changing containers, it'll stop that.
Yeah, we'll
process.
put it in a mason jar or maybe put it in another bottle and just scrape the label.
Yeah.
Which will suck because I've really enjoyed looking at this bottle on the shelf, but yeah, I'm glad we opened it because I don't know. I mean, there was nothing holding that on. I cut the tax stamp and it came right
fell
off.
There's a tax stamp that's holding it on.
Yeah. So it's a good thing we opened it because it was definitely
on its way.
Yeah. It would have been bad probably in a year or less. It was kind of like just sitting a bottle out and leaving the lid off. It's kind of what this was.
Yeah, more or less.
But
This is actually really good.
Yep. So we won't make you stay. I know you're.
Oh, I don't know. I have no clue why I'm so nervous.
I don't either. It's not like you've
I don't know.
It's all of our hundreds of thousands of followers.
Yeah.
And subscribers.
Well, I feel like it's live, and I know it's not.
Yeah.
Making me
No, it's definitely
nervous.
not live.
Everybody gets nervous for some reason.
We can edit.
Well, I think you guys just do it regularly. I think if I did it more, I probably would be fine.
It's just funny to watch you and your lips are like.
I don't know.
We'll pause and vamoose you.
I will say before, though, that this is very good. I think your grandfather would be proud and happy to see us sitting and enjoying this. So
I'm glad that we opened it together.
yeah, this was a good bottle to open. I'm glad we did it and it didn't go bad.
Yeah.
Sucks that we had to open it, but at the same time, it kind of doesn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I thought, well, because it's been a quarrel of ours for many years. It's been,
Weren't sure what to do.
He would have wanted us to drink it, not, look at it. But I think he also would have appreciated the fact that we held it to such reverence and didn't open it and left it as a display piece.
Yeah. Whenever you have something like this and you decide to open it, it implies a bit of finality to something that maybe you want to hold on to. But at the same time, you create a memory by doing so that lasts much longer than any bottle ever will. So,
yeah. Like, we'll always remember the day that we opened this.
yeah. And
Absolutely.
we have it recorded, audio and video.
Yep.
It'll be around literally forever.
Yep.
So,
Yeah. Thanks for coming on and doing it with us.
Sorry for being so shaky.
You're fine. You're fine. All right. And we'll be back again. And we're back again. So that was cool. I'm glad we did that.
Yeah, me too. That was good. And this is delicious, by the way.
Yeah.
It's especially easy to drink after drinking the higher proof stuff.
Yeah, I want to try it on a sober, clean palate.
I'm trying to get this piece of
Just
cork out of
drink it,
here,
bro.
and I have a cut in my finger. It feels delicious.
Just drink it.
I am.
I'm drinking my cork.
Good for you.
Did you get your daily whiskeyandwhitetails.com? If you get your daily dosage of cork at our store, they come in pill form. It's easy to get into your body, but you want to make sure you get your daily dosage of cork.
It's not FDA approved.
Just like the...
I was going to say it, and you... Oh, man.
That was fun. Okay.
We have...
Yum. Man, that's good. Caramelly.
Yeah, big time.
Caramel bomb, as Tom River would say. I wonder how our giveaway went.
Probably great.
Yeah, I guess so.
What were the terms?
I don't know. I haven't done it yet. But it'll be done by the time this comes out.
Yeah.
I think it's follow us, follow Dom,
Subscribe.
tag 5 people. And then
Subscribe to both podcasts.
there's someone here?
Yeah, there's somebody walking up and down the hallway.
Cool.
Talking on the phone or something.
Thanks.
They don't look like they belong here, so.
They probably don't. And my
Yeah.
follow, and then I think we did. I don't think we're gonna do. We gave 5 extra entries if you subscribe to our podcast. I mean our YouTube.
Yeah, that's right.
Do I need to go in the hallway and?
No, it's fine. It's just distracting. But I'm a professional. I can focus.
Okay.
Kind of.
Get an office. They said.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
No, it is fun. I don't know why I'm making a mess. Okay.
You're a child.
So what else? What do we have going? So we are coming up on.
Well, yeah. So
The hunt.
deer season just started for us here
Yeah.
in South Carolina, but we have another hunt coming up in Kentucky. We have multiple hunts we're going to try and do this year in Kentucky, but the first one coming the first part of September.
Yes, which
we've mentioned a couple of times.
Yep. I want to have Matt on before we go.
Livy,
the Lives. Have him on and just to discuss, I don't know, like final details, I guess.
logistics, plans, expectations,
Goals. Yes.
Goals.
We're also going to have Chad from My Daily Bourbon. He's going to come do a podcast with us one of the days.
Oh, while we're up there?
Yep.
Cool.
We're going to record a couple of podcasts or just episodes. We don't know. We're going to record stuff
Yeah, definitely.
there. And then it's possible that the chief, we took that one off.
Did we? Yeah, I took it off until we have him back on.
Yeah.
My bad.
It's cool. It's possible that the chief comes just to hang out.
That'd be
Not
cool too,
really
man.
And then for Rocco's dinner, he's staying in the same hotel as we.
Oh, awesome. That'd be cool.
So we're going to,
I'm looking forward to that a lot.
yeah, it's going to be a ton of fun.
Yeah. We are definitely going to have a lot of opportunity to create content while we're on that hunt.
Yes.
I think it would be a good opportunity to launch and start a series that you and I had talked about involving a little drinky drink and telling some stories.
Yeah,
But
for
that
sure.
would make for some really
rough,
terrible mornings in a tree stand. So
Yeah.
maybe we tried that the last night or just I don't know.
I think maybe
Maybe that's something we do here.
because once you kill, you're done. So it's
Oh, really?
yeah.
I
You only
gotta
get
say-
one buck a year.
Oh, so I keep forgetting that this is.
Yeah, not South Carolina.
Yeah.
You get a buck and a doe, but I don't know if I'm gonna.
If I get one or the other, then I'm gonna call it for the.
I don't think
For
I'm
the
gonna
week.
deal with a doe. I think I'm gonna hunt Friday. I'm gonna hunt probably the morning Saturday through lunch,
Yeah.
and if I haven't lost my mind yet, I will continue through the rest of the day.
Yeah.
But then that's it. I'm not gonna hunt Sunday or
My-
Monday.
So because this hunt is primarily geared for it's a veteran hunt through WLS. My priority is not actually hunting. I record podcasts, edit, get video while you guys are hunting if need be. The opportunity presents itself, and we have enough of what we need content wise, and I'll go sit in a tree stand just to get some doe and deer footage.
We're gonna put you in one Friday. Period.
But I will. It'll be fun either way.
I've picked out. Well, Rocco and I have picked out everyone's deers. So, you and I are getting the shit ones, but
Well,
I'm
I'm not there to
I'm not either.
bag a big buck. That's not the goal.
It'd be cool to get one, but I've actually got. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it for anyone.
Yeah, that's good.
Plus, this isn't a guarantee. This isn't going shopping. This is
Yeah, it's hunting.
yeah.
Yeah.
What is this a homeless person? What's going on?
No, I think it's a worker or something, and he's on the phone and he's just pacing back and forth. So I keep seeing him come into view in the little sliver that through our door that we can see into the hallway, and it's just my paranoia can't help but not look.
Yeah, I just wondered if I need to go ask him what he's doing. Can I help you?
No, I don't think so. I think we're fine. What's the matter?
I just rolled up that. I'm an idiot. I just rolled up this. My bad.
So when funny story, when Jessica and I started dating, she would chew, chewing gum when we'd go out and go to dinner, and she would take it out and put it in a little napkin and put it down. And this is when we were first dating, like the first year. And I would still get nervous, like when we'd go out, and I would find things to play with, and inevitably I'd pick up the piece of paper thinking it was just a wrapped like straw wrapper, and I'd eventually, like as I'm playing with it, work my way down to just gum. I'd be like,
Nice.
and I did it over and over and over again, like multiple times, until it was like a thing between us. Or she would just do it on purpose and set it somewhere and wait for me to pick it up. And inevitably, I would end up picking it up.
I would just start spitting my gum out in your hand. Like, let me see your hand real quick. Yeah, that's what I would do. No, I was rolling up the tax stamp.
The tax stamp.
Fidgety hands.
Yeah.
But yeah, this box is really cool too. I've looked at it 100 times, but look at that. You can even see where it's been sitting.
Mm-hmm.
Nifty. You'd think they put an age on the box. This price sticker can't be right. It says 58.
$58?
Probably not. There's no way it was $58. 58 cents maybe.
No,
Yeah.
$5.80.
Could be.
Well, so we've got.
I forgot I have a whole list. Go ahead. Sorry.
That's okay. I'm just thinking of like what we have content wise coming up.
New order from Gina Sikora.
Cool.
Sorry.
I said again.
Yeah.
So we have the series I mentioned earlier about early season, mid season, or the rut, and late season tactics. So that's coming. I also have a video I'm working on. I'm going to redo a DIY build of an ozone box. So that'll be on YouTube, where I'm going to just break down. I'm rebuilding the ozone box that I had. So as it happened, it just so happens.
Yeah.
It just so happens that I started that this weekend, started filming that, and then realized that the ozone box that I had from a big name company died. Doesn't work anymore.
Really?
So I ordered a new one, found a new one that's very similar. And so I'm going to start from scratch. And this is going to be a true, like, starting from scratch, here's how cheap you can do this.
Yep.
And if you repurpose some things that you probably already have, spoiler alert, you can create an ozone scent control box for less than $50.
Yes. And if you go right now and look for an ozone scent control box,
I'm going to talk about this in the video, but they can, depending on the type and what they have, they can range over $300.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Especially when you start to look at like what it's made out of and what it entails. Less than $50.
Yeah.
You can do it yourself. So
and the last one you made worked great.
Yeah, it worked great. There's no I don't really have other than now realizing that the box, the unit itself doesn't work. The box itself is fine. I just wanted to refresh it and do something a little different. So that's what I'm going to do. And
Are you using the same tub?
No, I got a new one just for the heck of it. But I could have reused the same one, and that's what I was alluding to, that the cost of the unit, and by just using stuff you already have at home and then probably in your garage, you can do the whole thing for less than $50.
Yeah.
So,
and everybody has those tubs.
Yep. We'll probably, I know you mentioned me doing a write-up for the website, but I'm probably going to do a video as well on how to adjust the tones on our grunt tube. So that you can adjust for the time of year and what kind of calls you're trying to do.
Oh, all pre-orders have been shipped. If you bought.
Yeah, they have.
Sorry.
It's a deer fart.
Because you didn't bend the tube.
Yeah, bend the tube. Sound like a.
I like that sound. Oh. I have a sound request.
Yes.
I want to get the sound of like a wheel squeaking or like a car noise. So when people are driving and they're listening to the podcast, we just don't say anything, just randomly hit that button and keep talking. And we're like, they'll have to turn it down because they think their car's breaking down. Yeah. I want to do that.
Okay.
So find a noise that's like,
you know what always gets me is sirens. So the kids like to watch Paw Patrol.
We could do that too.
In the back of the van, and Paw Patrol, you have one of the Chase as a police officer, and Marshall is a firefighter, and they have their little vehicles, and they turn their sirens on. There have been several times on road trips where I'm kind of zoned out, and they got a movie going on, and I hear woo woo woo, and I'm like. looking around because I think there's and it's just a damn cartoon.
That's what we should do that too. Then
yeah,
we won't make any reference to it. We'll just keep talking like blah 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 blah.
And just keep it on.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. That'll be fun.
Let's I unplugged it already and put it away.
What?
The iPhone, the cable.
Oh, yeah, you tossed it.
Where did I throw it? Oh, it's right there on the assistant. Assistant executive intern assistant. Just so we see if just to try it out. Don't fall for this because I just told you we're going to do it. Whiskey and Whitetails, your go-to spot for content and products inspired by the experience. Okay.
Who'd you get to do the voiceover? It's great work.
I know. I got hired.
Pay a lot for that?
I did. He sat right here in this chair and did it. Police siren. This is how it would go. So we'll just sit here and be like, yeah, and then if you go to whiskeyandwhitetails.com, use code podcast, you get 20% off.
Right, yeah.
Yep. And
make sure you subscribe and also check out the store.
Yep.
Something's on sale.
Subscribe and that is a full hour of that sound.
Of sirens?
Yeah.
I can think of 2 people in the world who would use that. Terrorist for torture and of someone making a movie that wants a sound clip.
That's an hour of that. Remember when they used to do an hour of some annoying song? Like Rickroll, you just get an hour of Rickrolling.
Yeah, there was a radio station when I lived in Utah that did, the radio station was on for just the holiday season, and that one radio station played the Christmas song in Spanish?
Feliz Navidad?
Yeah, over and over and over again. That's the only song they played on repeat.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's what they did.
There was another one I wanted to play. It was oh, I remember now.
Are you happy with yourself?
Oh, that's not it.
What is that?
That was Alice Cooper.
Okay.
Here we go. So this is the Bob and Tom show,
Yeah,
which I'm pretty sure we're allowed to replay.
maybe. We'll find out.
Well, Pally, it looks like our girls have dumped us.
Let it play.
Goodbye.
Is there anything you'd like to say to them, Pally?
There sure is.
This sure is.
Baby, blow me.
Oh my God.
Oh, a kiss as you're leaving. Blow me. Oh, a kiss right now.
This is not for children.
'Cause if you're gonna leave me, honey, I will surely miss the way you blow me.
Oh no.
A kiss. It's a great song. I heard it the other day on the radio.
They play that on the radio?
Yeah, on the radio.
Good for them.
Yep.
That's good. Pushing the envelope.
Yeah, it was funny. But yeah, I think that was a great way to end the. Look how cracked my screen is.
Yeah, I noticed that the other day, man. Your phone was beat up.
You know, my Apple Watch, the reason I quit wearing it,
Beat up?
it broke.
Yeah.
I broke it. I hit it when we were the video I just released of the preseason
Stuff we were doing?
when I was weed eating. I caught a rock, I guess.
Oh, really?
Busted the screen, and then I came home and got in the pool, and it started doing that. You know, when your phone, when you hit the emergency thing, it's like woo woo. It started doing that, and it got really hot, and I took it off.
It was wet and it was doing all kinds of weird
It
stuff.
just fried it.
And it's weird. I've never, of all the weed eating I've done, I've never caught a rock to the wrist. I've busted up my shins and cut my legs all up, but
Yeah, I've caught them. I mean, I used to do landscaping.
it's also not often that I weed eat in the middle of forest either. So
That's the second time
yeah,
I've weed eaten in the middle of the forest.
well, you did a great job.
Thanks, appreciate you.
He does a great job. If you need
WhiskeyandWhitetails.com. If you need,
intra forest weed eating,
yep.
check out whiskeyandwhitetails.com.
If you need your forest weed eated, drop us info at whiskeyandwhitetails.com, and we will send you a quote for forest weed eating.
It will be astronomical, by the way.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of money. You're gonna have to fly me and my weed eater there.
Have you shipped a weed eater lately?
No, it's carry-on. So I got to fly first class, and you got to buy it a seat. Okay.
All right. Well, folks, it's been a pleasure. This was a good episode. This was fun. We made some memories. We preserved some memories in a sense. And we had some shenanigans.
We released our new season premiere, the pilot episode, if you will,
Bourbon Hunter.
of the Bourbon Hunter.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
All right. Until next time, folks. Adios.
Feliz Navidad.